Welcome to Linear Equations, solving one-step and two-step problems. To solve one-step and two-step problems, a basic skill in algebra shall be required. For this first example, I want to keep it simple and be very, very clear with how I'm going through the steps. Further examples, I will do it quicker, not so obviously, as by that point in time you should have built confidence and you know what you are doing. The equation here we have is 2 plus x equals 5. The whole aim is to isolate x. And I'm going to write that down because that's a word we're going to keep using. Isolate x. Everything is going to come down to isolating x, which means getting x on its own. So the answer is x equals and then a number. So when I say isolate x, we want to get x equals and then a number. In this equation, 2 plus x equals 5, we need to isolate x. The way we're going to do that is by removing all the other terms from the left-hand side. We currently have two terms. The first term is 2, positive 2. The second term is x. On the right-hand side, we have a single term, which is 5. We need to isolate x, which means we need to get rid of all the terms on the same side as x, which means getting rid of that 2. Currently, we have positive 2, and we're adding it to x. To isolate x, we want to cancel out the 2. So we want to do the opposite to it that it currently is. It is currently plus 2. So we want to remove it by subtracting 2. So if I have 2 plus x and I subtract 2, on the left hand side the two 2's will cancel out, because if you add 2 to something and then take 2 away, you're right back where you started. The golden rule with all linear equations is what you do to the left hand side, you do to the right hand side. As I am subtracting 2 from the left hand side, I must also subtract 2 from the right hand side. Excellent. I can now cancel out things that need cancelling out, so this 2 and negative 2 will cancel out, and that will leave me with x. 5 take away 2 is 3. I now have x equals a number. I have successfully isolated x. Therefore, I am done. The other wonderful thing about linear equations and solving them is once you have an x value, you can double check to make sure that the answer you got is the correct answer, because you can put it back into your original equation. And that's called substitution. So, write down my equation again. I'm going to substitute in the value of 3 where this x is, so that I have a full equation where I can get a solution for. As you can see, I've substituted in the value of 3 where the x was. I haven't changed anything else. The left-hand side equals 5. The right-hand side equals 5. Because I got the same number on both sides, it means I have successfully found the value of x. And that was a one-step problem. Let's go to the next page and do a two-step problem, remembering we're going to be isolating x. (2x take away 5 equals 7). As you can see again, I have two terms on the left-hand side. We have 2x, and we have negative 5. I'll say that again. I have 2x and negative 5. This subtraction here, if we break it up, we say we have the term 2x and we have the term negative 5. If I had this on a piece of paper and I chopped it up, I could rearrange the order so I could get negative 5 plus 2x, and it would still be the same equation. A lot of times when people get the wrong answer, the first thing I look for is, are there negatives? Did the negatives mess you up? Negatives will mess you up. Always be on the lookout for negatives. So 2x take away 5 equals 7. The first thing I want to do is remove all the other terms on the same side as x. So I want to eliminate that negative 5. As it's negative 5, I need to do the opposite. So I need to add 5. What you do to the left-hand side, you do to the right-hand side. Cancel out. So I'm left with 2x equals 12. Now I have one more step to do. If 2x is equal to 12, then I need to find out what 1x equals. 2x means 2 times x, 2 multiplied by x. The opposite of multiply is divide. I shall divide the left-hand side by 2 because that will cancel out the multiply by 2. What you do to the left-hand side, you must also do to the right-hand side, so that is also divided by 2. X equals 6. Quickly now, sub that back up into your original equation. 2x take away 5 equals 7. 2 times 6 is 12. 12 take away 5 equals 7. So we know we got the correct answer. All two-step problems are like this. These have been very polite ones. We've introduced positive and negative numbers, and we've introduced multipliers in front of x. Try now a few of your own from your textbook.